Graffiti, otherwise known as the artist of street art, has been a popular movement in Quito, capital of Ecuador, and one which has raised some controversy in urban areas. Graffiti is a method from which artists spread their own feelings or opinions through elaborate designs or basic messages in which they talk about many themes, including political, social, or personal. As mentioned before, graffiti is quite popular in the city of Quito, and even though it is against the law, this illegal act can be seen frequently in the urban sections. The reason to why graffiti is such a controversial argument is that there are many people for and against it. The people for argue that this art is a good way to be heard in the community, and that it provides an artistic touch for the area, which would otherwise be either dull or filled with unwanted advertisements. The people against debate that graffiti is unacceptable because it ruins both private and public property with offensive and non-eye-catching designs that deteriorates the safety reputation and attractiveness. The graffiti artists themselves claim that they paint for many reasons but vandalism. 83% looks to raise awareness, 67% to share reflections, 50% to change conducts, and another 50% just do it for fun. Note that these percentages don't add up to 100% because the artists had various answers. In the following presentation, we will be showing two urban districts around Quito that experience graffiti and its mixed views, Cumbaya and Quito Tennis, as well as showing the public opinion on this subject and suggest a few options to solve the pollution, which will obviously require the community to talk about it with its municipality.
Cumbaya is the valley section just next to Quito and next to other urban areas such as Tumbaco. More than just an urban area, Cumbaya is subject to a lot of business and also welcomes many visitors thanks to its widely recognized public infrastructure. However, despite this, Cumbaya is no stranger to the pollution of graffiti and can be seen frequently in many public walls around it, especially in the older district.
Quito Tennis is near Bosque Shopping Mall. It is called like this because of all the tennis courts around the sector, specifically due to the club, the Tennis Buenavista, and also because many buildings where people live have a lot of tennis courts. The graffiti pollution around there is more than in Cumbaya or any other valley. Also, the graffitis in Quito Tennis are elaborated and orientated in an artistic way rather than just messages such as the ones in Cumbaya.
For an urban issue such as graffiti to be dealt with, the involvement of the community should not be doubted. It's the important voice of the community towards the municipality of the area which enables changes to be done within it. That said, various individuals from Cumbaya and Quito Tennis do have their opinion on graffiti, whether something should be done, and if so, what. Getting the community to speak up is just part of the solution, since the proposals to the area's authorities must be suggested. Petitions with dozens of signs are usually the most effective way to make a community be heard, and the following are some of the things communities in these two urban areas can act together to protest.
The first and most obvious alternative to combating graffiti pollution is to perform a whole community repainting, which will eradicate the aerosol paintings. However, two issues come with this. First, the repainting will not be free and some kind of tax will be required, which will accept various of the community individuals. Second, the repainting will only erase graffiti momentarily, as many artists will keep painting them, implying the need of constant repainting and constant tax. The second option is to form a graffiti patrol, which will, as its name implies, patrol the streets to prevent any graffiti whatsoever. However, tax will be a condition and this still doesn't deal with the previous pollution. The third option is to change the punishment for the illegal act of graffiti, perhaps with prison sentence or higher bailing fee. This will decrease the pollution considerably, but still will leave untouched the previous graffiti. With these three options analyzed, it seems that the plausible thing to do is to combine all three for a fully fledged effective action. However, tax, public support, and municipality agreement are all factors to consider that may be debated within the community.
The fourth option is, unlike the already mentioned ones, to accept graffiti as something else rather than a problem. After all, surveys have researched that 32% of the Ecuadorian communities consider this an urban issue, and 25% say that no repercussions should be inflicted to the artists. Meanwhile, 56% admits that graffiti has led him or her to some kind of reflection, while 23% say that they would paint a graffiti if they felt they needed to communicate something.